Greetings, salutations, everybody. My name is SUNSfan, doing a quick overview of a game a friend of mine is making called Architects of Fate. It's in alpha. Things are temporary in terms of art, sound, all that good stuff, but still want to do an overview, and if you guys enjoy what you see, you can join the playtests in the Discord link in the description. So if you've played Artifact in the past, especially Foundry, you're going to see a lot of similarities. So what I'm going to do is I've already built a deck, so I'm going to load it in and kind of explain just the basics of the game, and then we're going to play one game. So these are paragons. These are like your main units in the game, and there's 4 colors, which we'll get to what the colors mean when the actual game starts. But as you're building a deck, when you add a hero, or a paragon, I keep saying hero probably. Like I added, where is he? What color do I have here? So like Midas, for example, is my 5th paragon. When I add him, then I can add up to 8 of the cards associated with that paragon. So as you can see, the ones that have lower than 3, I've already put a couple in, like this one gives me extra gold to be able to spend to do cool stuff. So Midas, as you might imagine, historically, he's very real, by the way. All about gold creation and gold spending and all that good stuff. So I added a bunch of stuff in my deck here, which we'll probably just go over as we play the game. But the paragons themselves are the most important thing to talk about in this screen. You can have 5, and there's going to be a deployment phase, which, again, we'll get to when the game begins. But the important thing is they all have special abilities. Like, for example, Nyx here, you can read the Terrors of the Night as a passive ability. Adjacent enemy units have -1 armor. Darkness Over Dawn passively. Round start, deal 5 frontal damage. But the downside, of course, is her body, which is the attack. 0, armor 0, and 7 health. So she doesn't really do anything outside of her abilities. But there's also another leader power in the bottom left that is only active if it's the first unit that you put in your deck. So for me, Thor is my leader of the paragons, as it were, and his ability grants Thor a passive ability. Once killed 2 enemy paragons in combat, equip Mjolnir on me. So you can equip items on these paragons. So my entire objective for this deck, it would be really bad if I don't do this, but Thor needs to kill at least a couple of heroes and I get some value out of him. But for the other paragons that I put, their leader powers will be inactive because they're not in that first position. So that is the very, very, very basic gist of things. But I'm going to cue into a game and we can kind of explain the basics with my wife, who is going to be the opponent, which she's actually beat me before. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. I am now queuing. There we go. All right, so we get into the game, and then there's a deployment phase. So because I put these 3 paragons in as the first 3 that deploy, I get my choice of where to put them. So the game has 3 lanes. Think of them as kind of separate entities from each other. Typically, you can't interact with another lane. There are specific cards that allow you to do so, but for the sake of this video, these are separate lanes. And my deployment for one of my paragons needs to go into one of these 3 slots in the middle lane. So I'm just going to put this character here, confirm, and my opponent is also doing this blind, so we can't see what each other do. So she put her Thor unit, or what is this unit? I can't even remember the name of this one, in the middle slot. So now I get to put a paragon in this lane, and I could put it over this unit, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Remember, I want my main guy to kill units, right? So when I go to this 3rd lane to be able to deploy, I can actually see where she puts hers, because she's putting her hero here, I'm putting mine here. So I'm going to put this character into this lane. Actually, I'm going to put it over the summon, now that I think about it. Oops. What is the name of this? It's Nyx. Okay. Let's put it over this, because Very susceptible to die. 0 and 7. That might have been a terrible move, actually. We'll see. Of course, she puts her unit in the exact same lane I want to. We're just going to go head-to-head. So let's do that. I'm trying to remember what this character does again. Adjacent, have 1 armor, -1 armor, round start, deal 5. Oh, that's actually perfect to be able to kill this thing. So, excuse me, every round, so the game loop essentially is I play something, she plays something. I play something, she plays something until both of us end up passing or out of mana or whatever. At the start of the game, we have 3 mana, which you can see in the bottom right and the top right, respectively. Our gold number is underneath that, which we don't have too much, but anytime you kill a unit, you will get gold. Killing a Paragon obviously gives you more gold. And every round, used to call this creeps in Artifact, but this is a Jackal. A 2/2 unit will spawn in the leftmost position that is available to spawn. That's pretty simple. I killed this one right away so that I can access the tower, which is the main objective of the game. There's 3 towers for each respective lane. Each have 50 health. So the win condition is to either take 2 towers down, or if you kill 1 tower, it becomes available. I don't know the names for this game, but in Artifact it became the Ancient, and you can go for it again. So killing the same lane twice can win the game, or 2 lanes win the game. And yeah, she just passed to me, and I don't really have that many options available to me at the moment. These are passive abilities, so I can't use them right now. This is a passive ability, round end. If I killed a Paragon in combat, kill the leftmost enemy in this lane. So very useful. And we already know. And yeah, let's get some emote action here. That's good. So I only have 1 card that I can use because I only have 3 mana. And it is a creature, Ashen Lion-Guard. I have 5 power while targeting a damaged unit, which doesn't have that much use right now. So I'm just going to put it into a lane here. Now, keep in mind, the colors of the Paragons matter a lot. So I have for lack of terminology, a red-black deck, let's say. So if I have a red card, which what this is, I can only play it in a lane that a Paragon exists in that has the red color. And then same for the black. So I can only play black in this lane, red in this lane, red in this lane. But then if I mix and match, which I have 3 red, 2 black right now, once we fully deploy all our Paragons, I can play any card in those lanes that have both those Paragons. So that's pretty much the gist. I've used 2 of my mana, and I actually have nothing else to do, so I'm just waiting on my opponent, who's very slow, by the way. There we go. She passes. She didn't have too much to do. She has an active ability here with Tear that, let's see, when you activate it, lose 3 power to disarm your combat target for 3 rounds, and then remove this ability. But nobody's in front of her, so she can't really use it. So I will pass. She's passed, and that is the round end. All units attack what's in front of them. And this unit is useless for attacking the actual tower because it doesn't have any actual attack. So I have 3 gold. This is the item phase, shopping phase. I can't buy anything, so I'm just going to be done here. But you can equip up to 2 items on heroes to make them stronger. So I have Pele, who has a passive ability, gains 5 power while targeting a tower. So again, you don't have to do this, but generally speaking, I like to separate the colors a bit so I can get more options in terms of play. So I will be putting, so this is a red, which I already have red in these 2. So I will put her in this lane, and as her ability said, she wants to face the tower. She gains 5 power now, so that's nice. Nice little indicators here showing how much damage you would do if the round were to, if both players were to pass. So I'm doing 14 damage to this tower. And it is my opponent's turn. Waiting for her again. So these units battled. They both have 1 HP. If nothing changes, they're just going to kill each other. And she unfortunately puts a 3/5 unit in front of my Pele. So, very annoying. Okay, so we have some choices. We have 4 mana now. Let's read these. Grant 3 power to a Paragon that has an offensive weapon. I don't have anything equipped, so that's useless for me now. Fill an opposing lane with Molten Rocks, which are 0/10s, deal 5 damage to my tower, then destroy me. That's pretty nice. And then Ephemeral Wraith. On summon, give the adjacent enemy units -2 armor. So I can only play this card in the left lane if I want to actually use it. But I'm just going to do the Molten Rock thing in this lane. Trying to decide if that's... Yeah, this has the most slots available. So we'll do that. These are 0-10s. We're going to trade out here. And this will deal damage to her tower. The problem is I've used all my mana so she can do whatever she wants. Which I guess she had only 1 mana, so nothing to be used anyway. So we're going to fight. She's done quite a bit of damage to this first tower for me. And when a Paragon dies, it will revive after 2 rounds, so including the round that it died in. So the one that just died here, I'll be able to redeploy, and this one as well, the following round. So this is my 5th Paragon that I put in my draft. This is Mr. Midas himself. This lane is kind of a wash right now. We've traded out, and this is the lane that I need to worry about. So I'm going to be placing this probably here. Problem is, I need to look at my cards actually. Let's cancel. So we can place this here as well. That might be a better play. So let's not sacrifice our boy. Let's put him in a safer spot so we can actually play stuff. So every alternating round outside of the shopping phase, there's a burn phase. So you can left click and hold a card to burn it. And doing so will give you additional mana. So I need to look at something that I don't potentially want. I mean, I don't have an item, so I could just burn this. So we'll burn that and call it a day. Waiting for my opponent to pass, and then we're good. So now we have 6 mana. So a lot more options at our disposal. She has 2 Paragons in this lane that aren't doing too much. That's because my Paragon, like we talked about at the beginning of every round, will do 2 damage in front, and it just kills these Jackals. So because of that, and because of my positioning here, the Jackals will just spawn next to me, so they're really good blockers. So her units are kind of useless right now. Now waiting for her to do something. So 6 mana, we can't use this regardless. Red card, summon a Molten Giant to an unopposed empty slot. And the Molten Giant is a 12/12. Wow. If I'm unopposed, summon a Molten Rock in front of me. Very nice. Alright, so she has put down a 2/5 Raven. When an allied follower with 5 power dies in this lane, add that unit to Valhalla. So this unit does have a cool... That's not this one. It's Odin himself. Has a pretty cool ability. So open the gates, fill the empty slots in all the lanes with units from Valhalla. And the passive is when an allied follower with 5 power dies in the lane, that unit goes to Valhalla. So you can have a massive revive. So it's a bit of a scary proposition there. Okay. So 6 mana. I don't have a great curve. I can only play one of these cards. If I had 1 more mana, I could have done a little bit more, but I'm liking the idea of this guy, but the problem is I can only use it in this lane. And this is the lane I'm most in trouble in. So I will place something here. Alright, on summon, give adjacent enemy units -2 armor ephemeral. Problem is it dies to... let's just put it here. Okay. So if nothing changes, this creature will kill this Paragon. Ephemeral, round end, kill me. So it's going to die regardless, I see. Let me just bad manners my opponent here. Wait, that was hearts. That's not bad mannering. There we go. Alright, she has 2 mana. I have 2, and I can't really do anything. Now, I guess I built a deck where my Paragons don't have actives, which is a shame because that's a really good way to just pass the initiative over. She does have a unit with an active on the left side. Let's see. Give followers with 10 or more power overwhelm this round, but she doesn't have anybody with 10 power, so we'll pass. Okay. So now we actually have money. We can go for 5 power, 2 armor. We can go for both. In fact, let's just do that. So we bought that. I could buy another one. 2 armor probably sounds better. Okay. No more gold dispense will be done. Alright, so the 2 paragons that I lost are now back. The problem is, going in front of this unit, you can disarm permanently, basically, for 3 rounds. It's insane. I don't know if I want to do that. So, it's kind of guesswork at this point. I'll go here with this, and then... You know what? Let's go here. Let's switch things up. No, that's a terrible move. Terrible move. Stop. Committing 3 paragons to the same lane sounds awful. Alright, we're just gonna guess. It'd be so funny if it happens again. It happened again. Alright. So, once I kill 2 enemy paragons, you equip Mjolnir. So, I believe if you trade, you still get that kill, I would think. Hopefully. Otherwise, I'm screwed with this strategy. Alright, waiting for my opponent. I am just dodging the tier. That ability sounds insane. Doing good amount of damage to this tower. Oh, really good split across all of them. Alright, puts a 10-10. That doesn't seem fair. So 10 damage, even with 2 armor, it wouldn't save him. Okay. So we're going to be losing that unit, unless I can figure out something. But first, what I like to do is play my item. She's already used all her mana, so the world is my oyster right now. I'm going to put... I might put both things on. No, okay, we'll put the 5 power on this guy. So now we will be killing the opposing paragon, which is what we want. We have 1 armor, so we should be living. Alright, now it's her turn. Oh, now she can use this ability, right? Give followers with 10 or more power overwhelm. On Gaia? Little hint. Oh wait, she might not be able to use it because she has 0 mana. I believe everything costs 1 mana to use, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that. Not 100% sure though. Either way, it's probably time for her to pass to me. Oh, she's thinking. Okay. Taking this very serious. She does not want to... She wants bragging rights. Okay, so... I believe I'm killing this unit. There's no indicator though. Let's see. 7 mana Hawaiian Monk. Round start, summon a molten rock for the opponent at each empty slot on the... on all 3 lanes. Holy cow, that's insane. Give 10 power to a red paragon. I mean, I think I just do that though. Okay, let's do that. I could give it to her to kill this unit, but I think I just want to go ham on this tower. Okay, now it's her turn again, which... Again, not sure if she can even activate this ability. That's one mechanic I'm not familiar with. It's like Artifact Foundry, you get... it does cost mana. Of course, with my Paragons not having any actives, I don't really have that issue regardless. So, because once it's my turn again, 2 mana, I can't play anything other than the shield, which I'm debating where I'd want to stick that. If I put 2 armor on her, it doesn't really change anything. This character doesn't need anything. Probably just... This guy's going ham, right? Let's keep him alive. Oh, I just realized he's gonna get his Mjolnir though. What happens there? Does it count as a slot? We'll find out. May have just screwed myself. All right, back to her. She's taking a really long time on her turns and not doing anything, of course. All right, so we both pass. I did a massive amount of damage to this tower. She cleaned up this lane quite a bit, though. And I have nothing in terms of a new Paragon coming in. I have to wait another round. So this lane suddenly has become a big issue for me. So to her turn now. She has this character to be able to spawn somewhere. She'll put it right in front of my guy that will... Maybe I do have to survive to be able to get this thing. Okay, burn phase. Unopposed enemy follower, make it your own for 10. Ooh. Oh, baby, that sounds sick. All right, let's get rid of this so we gain a little bit more mana. So we're both at 9 now. Let's BM again. All right, so because this lane is in a bit of... This sounds in... Oh, I have 9 gold. Oh my god. Did I just burn the card that gave me gold? Oh, that is rough. This would have been incredible to steal. Let's see, summon a Molten Giant to an unopposed slot. Alright, we're having some issues here. Give more damage to somebody. Let's see, 9 mana. Again, I can only play 1 card though because of this curve. So it's a 12-12. She has no mana, so I can just place this freely here. The 12-12. What does this do again? Round end, deal 5 damage to my tower, then destroy me. So this won't do any damage initially. Oh, I love this art. I love temp art. If I'm unopposed, summon Molten Rock in front of me. Okay, I see. So he won't do damage directly to the tower, but he's still a threat. Alright, so it's her turn. She has no mana. Can't do anything. Same for me. So I'm going to lose my baby boy here. Damn, I lost a lot of units. God, if I lose to her again, I'm never going to hear the end of it. 14 gold. Okay. Let's see. Oh wait, we wanted to keep some gold though. 6 power once per game gives 6 power to the equipped unit. Alright, as good as that does sound, we're gonna chill. Okay, this chick is back. We're definitely using this here, 100%, which means we're only gonna have 6 mana to play with. And the 6 mana is between a red and a black card. This tower looks to be ours. So I think what we want to do is... I need to remind myself what she does. That's right. Okay, let's go here. Okay, perfect. That worked out well. Let's flip our coin here. So this middle lane, when you do take a tower, this is something I haven't mentioned yet because we haven't done it yet, you get, both players get an item that allows you to move a hero, or a paragon rather, to an adjacent lane, which is why middle lane for me is always going to be the biggest priority, because I can choose either lane to go in, whereas if I'm on the right lane, for example, and I get that, I can only go to the middle lane. I have some more choices there. Okay, she put a big ol' creep here. What is this? An 8/6. When this unit strikes and kills a blocker, any excess damage goes to the tower. I see. Okay, annoying. Annoying that she's doing well. She only has 4 mana. I'm getting this tower, all things considered. Okay, select an unopposed enemy follower. Make it your own for 10 gold. Yes. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you for your big creep. Just took 10 attack off the board on this lane for her. Still have 7 mana. She has 4. So 7 mana. Summon a Molten Rock for the opponent at each empty slot on all 3 lanes. It's at round start though. But it's definitely good. Because all we're trying to do is tower damage. Alright, what did she do? She used 1 mana. Let's look at the other options. I can give 10 damage to a Paragon, a red one. It's not going to do much here. Deal 1 piercing damage to a unit 4 times. So this wouldn't kill anything. Yeah, this seems like a no-brainer. Question is, where do I put it? I think we just put it in front of the least damaging unit, which is the Raven, right? Plus it acts as a pseudo blocker. Okay, we're out of mana now. She has 3, not sure if she has anything else she can do though. Okay, she had a last second freaking Berserker to put in front of the creep I stole. I mean, at the end of the day, I still got a good trade out of that. Take that big boy off the board. So this, all I can do is pass now. So I'm getting this middle structure. I've been calling it tower. I actually don't know what it's called in this game, but tower suffices. Okay, I'm not sure what she did. What did you do, woman? Alright, this tower, as long as I can delay as much as possible, I'm not prioritizing it very much. The issue is this is a cluster. Could theoretically just go for this tower twice. We'll see. Okay, she has no mana left. Her turn again. Alright, we're both passing. What's happening? Oh, she's putting items, I see. Yeah. Okay. So then the battle phase occurs. And now we go deployment. So our big boy is here. So this tower we got. And I could go for it again. Alright, this is a tough choice. I feel like I'm sacking this anyway. So, only choices here, really. It just feels like this is every every round. These two go against each other. Wait, let me look at my cards. No, I have this one, right? But I don't have a black hero there, sadly. Oh, this is tough. This is the card you get, though. Mobility. Move an allied unit to the first empty position. I mean, that... Okay, that's actually good for this. Alright, we'll go here. Alright, we can burn. So, 10 mana. Do I want to burn? I definitely want to use this and this. And then, yeah, I'm just going to skip burn this time around. Alright, so she's put a third Paragon in this left lane. My goodness. Okay. Oops. Alright, so that's the ability that I used, or that's from this guy here, right? Fills it up with rocks, so it's going to do 5 damage to the tower at the round end. Okay, so what I want to do, I think, is... Oof. I want to move this hero over here. This is very... Just became very sweaty. I cannot lose to my wife. This would be a disaster. Of course, she can hear my whole thought process, so it does make it easier. She's got 12 mana. See, the issue with putting this character here is she is using that ability on the creep, which is nice that it blocks. Maybe that's better than the alternative. The alternative is you have it in front of the tower that's just free to hit every round. You get 5 damage at the beginning of every round. Okay, so deal 1 piercing damage to a unit 4 times. Goodbye, my friend. So now she does not have a Paragon in this lane, so she can't do too much here. The issue is I am losing this left tower completely. Because I only have these cards that I can't even play in this lane anyway. Oh my god. Are you gonna win the game? Oh my god, don't let her win. Right, hold on. Oh my god. Did I lose the game? No way. Oh, I can't do shit. Oh. She's gonna win in 2 lanes. I only got 1, and these are not creeps. You have 10 power to a Paragon, completely useless. You grant 3 power to a Paragon. That was an offensive weapon equipped, which is only this guy. Oh my god, I actually lost. So I will say I built my own deck, which means it's terrible apparently. And she got the starter deck, which she didn't have to build, which apparently is quite good. Oh my god. I don't want to even replace any of these. I guess I just lose. GG. GG. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How embarrassing. She's played a total of 5 artifact games in her life. I think 2 of these now, and she's 2-0 against me. Oh god. So yeah, that's Artifacts of Fate. I'm gonna go back to building a deck that doesn't suck ass, it seems, and that will be my top priority. But again, if you guys are interested in this, again, it is in alpha, so a lot of temporary stuff, as you can see, but it's very functional. But if you want to playtest or give feedback or anything like that, you can join the Discord, in which the link is of the description of this video. Shout out to my boy Kova, who is, I believe now, the solo dev on this project, which is pretty impressive. All right, until next time, peace. Good game to my wife. She deserves it. Great work. I let you win. Bye.